Positive thinking is the foundation that helps people overcome difficulties and challenges in life. Instead of focusing on negative aspects, individuals with a positive mindset always view situations optimistically, seeking solutions and opportunities in every circumstance. This mindset not only improves mood but also enhances creativity, patience, and motivation to achieve goals. By cultivating and maintaining a positive attitude, you can build a happier and more successful life. Welcome to the Stoic Lessons channel. This is a place where we explore profound life philosophies and valuable lessons for personal development together. Through our videos, you will discover inspiring stories, essential skills to face challenges, and mindsets that help you live a meaningful life. In this video, we will delve into 6 things to do to maintain a positive mindset. Let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and create positive changes in our lives together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest insights. And now, let's get started. 1. Focus on what you can control. This is one of the core principles of Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece and was developed by thinkers such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Stoicism advises us to focus our attention and energy on the things within our control, rather than getting swept up in external factors that are beyond our control. This philosophy not only helps us maintain calmness in the face of difficulties but also aims for achieving inner freedom and tranquility, distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. According to Stoicism, one of the most important lessons we need to grasp is the distinction between 2 types of events, those we can control and those we cannot. Epictetus, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers, emphasized in the Discourses that there are things within our control, such as our thoughts, actions, and emotions, and there are things entirely beyond our control, such as the opinions of others, social circumstances, the weather, and even death. This philosophy helps us avoid wasting mental energy on things outside our reach. For example, if you encounter criticism or difficulties due to external events, instead of feeling pressured and anxious, you should focus on how you react and manage your emotions, maintaining calmness in any situation. An important aspect of focusing on what we can control is the ability to remain calm in any circumstance. The world around us is constantly changing and full of surprises. But instead of allowing emotions to lead, Stoics learn to adjust their minds so they are not affected by external factors. For example, when faced with failure or challenges, many people tend to blame their circumstances or those around them. However, Stoicism encourages us to reflect on ourselves. Instead of criticizing the situation, ask yourself, what can I do in this situation? What can I change to improve the situation? Focusing on your responses and attitudes in the face of circumstances helps you maintain control and avoid getting caught up in unnecessary worries. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and also a Stoic philosopher, wrote in his book Meditations, "Your mind will become stronger when it stands firm on its own and does not depend on external things." What lies within your control is your mind, attitude, and actions. When you understand that only you have the right to control your thoughts and feelings, you will not be easily harmed by external factors. This helps you achieve a state of mental freedom, where no one can influence or change your peace unless you allow it. Focusing inward does not mean you give up all efforts to change the outside world, but rather you change how you approach life. You can act according to your values and accept that the outcome may be out of your control. This provides relief from the pressure to achieve perfect success. Applying this in daily life, the philosophy of focusing on what you can control can be applied to all aspects of life. In work, instead of worrying about getting promoted or recognized by others, you should focus on performing your duties well and honing your skills every day. In relationships, rather than trying to control the thoughts or actions of others, you should focus on treating them with respect and sincerity. In this way, you create value in your life without allowing outside factors to rob you of your inner peace. Additionally, in difficult times or when facing failure, this philosophy encourages us to see failures as opportunities to learn. We cannot control all the fluctuations of life, but we can control how we react and move forward. When practicing the mindset of focusing on what you can control, you not only avoid mental exhaustion but also build patience and resilience. You will gradually realize that happiness and peace do not depend on external successes or the recognition of others, but stem from your own self-mastery and inner control. In conclusion, The mindset of focusing on what you can control according to Stoicism helps you face life more strongly and wisely. It is the key to achieving peace, mental freedom, and lasting happiness in life. 2. Accept all situations that occur. This is an important principle in Stoicism that helps individuals face life's challenges with calmness and without resisting fate. This philosophy teaches us to view every circumstance objectively, accepting reality without allowing emotions to influence or affect our mind and actions. This does not mean we have to endure passively, but rather learn to adapt and respond wisely to what cannot be changed. One of the standout features of Stoicism is the deep understanding of the inevitability of all things in life. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "What happens to us is natural and necessary. We should not resist it." This reminds us that life is a series of unpredictable events. From small daily changes to significant life upheavals, we cannot avoid unwanted occurrences like illness, failure, or loss. But rather than blaming fate or trying to control everything, we need to learn to accept things that cannot be changed. By accepting that everything happens for a reason within the movement of the world, we can find tranquility within our souls and face adversity more wisely. Acceptance in Stoic philosophy is not a passive attitude or surrendering to hardship. Instead, it is the readiness to embrace every situation with a clear mind, without letting negative emotions such as anxiety, anger, or fear take control. When an event occurs, the Stoic asks themselves, "Is this within my control?" If not, the best they can do is accept and find a way to adapt. For example, if you lose your job, rather than drowning in despair and worrying about the future, you can accept the situation and ask yourself, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve myself and move forward?" Acceptance is the first step to freeing the mind from pressure and opening up new opportunities. Accepting all situations also serves as a way to cultivate patience and calmness. Seneca, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, stated, "Not everything happens according to our wishes, but we can choose how to respond to what happens." This means that in our most challenging circumstances, we always have the power to choose how we react. Getting angry, anxious, or fearful does not help in changing the situation. Instead, we can remain calm, observe, and find the best way to handle it. For instance, if an important project does not achieve the desired results, instead of getting angry or feeling powerless, a Stoic would take the time to analyze the problem, accept that not everything always goes according to plan, and adjust their actions for the future. Acceptance helps us maintain a calm mind in the face of life's fluctuations. When confronted with unwanted circumstances, most people are dominated by negative emotions, leading to poor decisions. In contrast, a Stoic views everything objectively and, from that, makes appropriate actions without allowing emotions to overshadow reason. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not worry about what happens, focus on how you respond to it." By accepting that life is full of change and that we cannot control everything, you will free your mind from unnecessary pressures. This allows you to maintain tranquility, focus on what can be changed, and consequently make wiser decisions. Practicing acceptance in daily life. To apply the principle of accepting all situations into your daily life, you can engage in several practical exercises. Reflect daily. Spend time at the end of the day to ask yourself about the events that occurred and consider how you reacted to various situations. This helps you learn lessons and improve how you face adversity in the future. Practice mindfulness. When encountering difficulties, take a moment to breathe deeply, calm down, and think before making decisions. This helps you avoid being swept up by emotions and acting thoughtlessly. Seek positivity in every situation, even in the worst circumstances. Look for positive lessons you can learn from it. This helps shift your perspective on the problem and makes acceptance easier. In conclusion, accepting all situations is a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy, helping us face life with calmness and wisdom. Understanding that there are things beyond our control and learning to adapt to them reduces mental pressure, cultivates patience, and maintains calm in any circumstance. This is the key to achieving a peaceful, free, and happy life, despite the challenges life may bring. 3. Self-discipline and self-improvement daily. This is one of the core principles of Stoicism, helping individuals develop perseverance, discipline, and continuous self-improvement. For Stoics, life is not a journey in search of ease or instant gratification, but a continuous process of training to become the best version of oneself. Self-improvement is a long-term journey. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes that self-improvement is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is a long-term process that requires commitment and continuous effort every day. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "No one becomes wise or excellent from the start. Everything takes time and practice. It is the daily practice, even through the smallest habits, that helps us build a solid foundation for success and inner freedom." Striving to better ourselves each day also helps us not to lose our way in the face of failures or difficulties, as we always recognize that each step forward is part of a larger journey. Discipline and patience are key. An important part of self-discipline is the ability to maintain discipline and patience. You won't always feel motivated or inspired to do what is necessary for your development. But Stoics understand that it is the perseverance during the toughest times that makes the difference. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized that the ability to succeed does not come from luck or inspiration, but from daily discipline. Stoics do not wait for moments of inspiration to take action. Instead, they cultivate habits and discipline to carry out necessary tasks regardless of circumstances, emotions, or external conditions. For example, if you want to develop a new skill, practicing regularly every day, even just a little, will be much more effective than sporadic practice lacking discipline. One of the ways to cultivate self-discipline daily in Stoicism is to practice positive thinking. This doesn't mean being blindly optimistic, but always approaching situations with an objective attitude and seeking valuable lessons from whatever happens, whether positive or negative. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and Stoic philosopher, reminded himself daily that, always remember that everything happens for a reason, and they can help you become better. For instance, if you encounter an obstacle at work, rather than feeling discouraged or angry, ask yourself, what can this teach me? What lesson can I learn from this to improve myself? Through this perspective, Stoics turn challenges into opportunities for growth and self-improvement, building a habit of self-reflection. Self-improvement is not just about physical training or skill development, it also involves mental and philosophical growth. An effective method that Stoic philosophers recommend is daily self-reflection. This means each day, you take time to think about what you have done, how you have reacted to situations, and what you can do to improve in the future. Epictetus advised, before going to bed, look back on today. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I have done better? What did I miss? This habit helps you recognize your mistakes and reinforces positive habits. It enables you to continuously monitor your progress and adjust your actions as necessary. So each day you become better than the day before, taking action rather than just thinking. In Stoicism, action holds far more value than merely thinking or talking about the things you want to do. Stoics believe that knowledge and understanding become useless if not applied in practice. Epictetus emphasized that philosophy is not just talking or lecturing about correct principles, it is living according to those principles. Therefore, self-discipline daily does not just stop at reading books or learning from theory, it also involves applying what you have learned in real life. If you learn that staying calm in all situations is important, strive to apply that in your daily interactions. If you understand that discipline is the key to success, practice disciplined actions even when you lack motivation. Small progress leads to great achievements. In the process of self-improvement, it's important not to put too much pressure on yourself or blame yourself when progress does not come quickly. Stoicism encourages focusing on each small step forward rather than solely on the end goal. Each day, even just a small change, contributes to accumulating a larger result in the future. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nothing is too small to be worth doing, as every small step contributes to a great outcome." So, whether you only change a small habit, like reading for 15 minutes each day or exercising for 10 minutes, remember that every effort is worthwhile. Small progress over time will lead to significant and sustainable changes in your life. In summary, self-discipline and self-improvement daily are key factors in Stoic philosophy, helping individuals continuously develop and perfect themselves. Through discipline, patience, and purposeful action, you can build a life that you fully control, not only by facing challenges but also by improving every small aspect of your daily life. In this way, Stoics not only find success but also achieve peace and inner freedom. 4. Living according to personal values. Living in accordance with personal values is a core element of Stoic philosophy, helping individuals maintain steadfastness despite the pressures from their surrounding environment. For Stoics, living according to personal values is not just an ethical principle but also a way to achieve true freedom and happiness. When you live by the values you believe in, you will not be swayed by external factors or chase after the temporary values imposed by society. Self-awareness of personal values. One of the first things that Stoicism encourages is self-awareness regarding personal values. This requires you to understand who you are, what is most important to you, and how you want to live. Stoics do not chase external societal values such as fame, wealth, or power. Instead, they focus on intrinsic values like integrity, courage, and compassion. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "If you pay attention to what is within and are not influenced by what is outside, you will find peace." Recognizing personal values helps you shape your goals and direction in life. When you know what is important to you, making the right decisions becomes easier, and you are less likely to stray in the face of temptations or societal pressures. Staying true to your principles. Once personal values are clearly identified, the next important step is to remain steadfast in those principles, even when it is not easy. Life is full of situations that test each person's perseverance and principles. Pressures from society, family, and work can sometimes lead us to easily abandon our values in search of acceptance or temporary benefits. However, according to Stoic philosophy, only by living true to what you believe can you truly achieve satisfaction and inner peace. Epictetus stated, "Live according to your principles, do not let others force you to live by theirs." This means you should not be swept into others' standards or expectations. Living in accordance with personal values requires the courage to say no when you feel something is not in line with your principles, even if it brings immediate benefits. An essential part of living according to personal values is to avoid being drawn into temporary values, such as fame, wealth, or power. For Stoics, these things are mere illusions and do not bring lasting happiness. They recognize that external values can change over time and are influenced by factors beyond one's control. Instead, they seek eternal values such as self-respect, courage, and loyalty to oneself. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, advised, "True wealth lies not in what you possess but in your ability to live according to your values." Chasing temporary values not only leads to a loss of inner freedom but can also result in poor decisions and regrets. By focusing on maintaining steadfastness with personal values, you can avoid the fatigue of chasing after what is not truly important. Facing social pressure. In life, living according to personal values is not always easy, especially when faced with pressures from society, family, or friends. Stoics understand that you cannot please everyone, and this does not mean you have to abandon your principles to gain acceptance from others. Epictetus reminds us, "You do not need to please others. Your acceptance of yourself is what matters most." Trying to please everyone often results in losing sight of who you truly are. Stoics advise that instead of striving to meet others' expectations, you should focus on living true to what you believe. When you live according to personal values, you will attract people who share those values, and those relationships will be far more enduring. Living according to personal values also helps you clearly define your life goals and make decisions that align with yourself. When you know what truly matters, you can easily avoid meaningless goals or things that do not bring long-term happiness. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not waste your time on things unrelated to your main goals." Your personal values will serve as a compass, helping you make meaningful decisions and avoiding distractions from unimportant matters. If you always keep long-term goals in mind and do not let temporary things influence you, you will lead a meaningful and happy life. In summary, living according to personal values in Stoicism is a journey that requires self-awareness, perseverance, and courage. When you live true to the values you believe in, you will feel inner freedom and avoid unnecessary pressures from the surrounding environment. Additionally, you will build a meaningful life with clear objectives and not be lost in temporary values. This is the way to not only achieve lasting happiness but also to sustainably develop yourself. 5. Practicing meditation and reflection. This is an important part of the Stoic philosophy of life, helping individuals cultivate calmness, inner balance, and the ability to face life's challenges. Meditation is not only a method for relaxing the mind but also a way to reflect on oneself. helping you gain a deeper awareness of your values, what you can control, and the right way to act in various situations. Daily self-reflection. Stoics consider daily self-assessment to be essential. Every evening, they typically sit down to reflect on what happened throughout the day, evaluate their decisions, and see if they lived according to their personal values. This is a time to recognize mistakes and weaknesses in thought or behavior, allowing them to draw lessons for improvement the next day. Seneca once advised, every night before going to sleep, ask yourself, how did I live today? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What can I improve tomorrow? Practicing such reflection not only helps you self-improve but also keeps your mind in a state of awareness and control. You learn to take responsibility for your actions while developing the habit of viewing life from a more objective perspective. Meditation helps find inner peace. Stoic meditation does not necessarily resemble popular forms of meditation in Eastern religions, rather, it focuses more on achieving tranquility and controlling thoughts. Stoics often encourage individuals to spend time each day in silence, free from distractions from the outside world, and focus on calming the mind. In this state, you can more easily see issues clearly, unclouded by negative emotions or unnecessary worries. Epictetus said, "It is not the things that happen that disturb people, but their judgments about these things." Through meditation, you learn to master your thoughts, concentrate on what truly matters, and eliminate unnecessary thoughts. This helps you maintain calmness in stressful situations while improving your decision-making ability and living according to your principles. Focusing on the present. Meditation is also a way to learn to live in the present moment. Often, we are pulled by anxieties about the future or feelings of regret about the past. Stoicism encourages focusing on the present because only the present is something you can control. Dwelling too much on the past or the future can rob you of your calmness and lead to anxiety. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, wrote, "Remind yourself that the present moment is all you have. Use it wisely." When you focus on the present, you not only make the best use of your time but also reduce psychological pressure. Issues from the past are gone, and the future has not yet arrived. The most important thing is how you act according to your values at this very moment. Meditating on the impermanence of life. One of the crucial principles of Stoicism is understanding that everything in the world is impermanent and cannot be entirely controlled. To achieve peace of mind, Stoics often meditate on the brevity of life, accepting that loss, change, and endings are natural occurrences. This helps them avoid clinging to things they cannot control and be prepared to face the challenges and hardships that life brings. Seneca once wrote, "We are born to lose, and all we can do is live our best with the time we have." Meditating on impermanence is not pessimistic, rather, it helps you appreciate what you have in the present, live purposefully, and not fear life's fluctuations. Enhancing emotional control. One of the greatest benefits of meditation and reflection according to Stoicism is the ability to control emotions. Stoics believe that emotions are not inherently bad, but they need to be managed so as not to harm oneself or others. When you learn to meditate and reflect regularly, you develop calmness in all situations, avoiding being led by emotions. Epictetus advises, when emotions arise, do not act hastily. Take time to think and master the situation. Through meditation, you learn not to react immediately to external triggers but instead allow yourself time to process the situation rationally and with control. In conclusion, practicing meditation and reflection according to Stoicism is a powerful tool to help you develop calmness, emotional control, and focus on what you can control. By dedicating time each day to self-examine, reflect on personal values, and learn to live in the present, you will find inner peace and the ability to effectively face any challenges life throws your way. Meditation is not just a way to relax, it is a journey of self-discipline that helps you live purposefully, free from worries, and steadfast on the path you have chosen. 6. Viewing death positively. Viewing death positively is one of the profound and common perspectives in Stoicism. This philosophy does not consider death as something to be feared or lamented, but rather as an inevitable part of life, a natural occurrence that humans cannot avoid. Understanding and accepting death helps Stoics lead a more meaningful life, focusing on what truly matters, and not being haunted by the fear of the end. Death is an inevitable part of life. In Stoic philosophy, death is seen as a natural part of life, not an unexpected event or something we can avoid. It is akin to the natural cycle of all things. Similar to being born and growing up, Stoics believe that accepting death will prevent people from being controlled by fear, allowing them to fully live in each moment. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "Do not forget that we all must die. Let this remind you to live better, not wasting your time and opportunities." By accepting death, you learn to face the reality of life without being overwhelmed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. This allows you to be freer and more focused on your true values in life. Death as a motivation to live meaningfully. Viewing death positively not only liberates people from fear but also serves as motivation to lead a more meaningful life. When we realize that our time is limited, we learn to cherish each present moment and strive to do things that truly matter. Seneca once said, "We count the days of our lives, but do not know when our last day will be. Therefore, do not waste time, but live as if today is your last." Understanding death helps you break free from procrastination and wasting time on unimportant things. You will feel more responsible for each of your actions and understand that life is not just about the number of days you live, but the quality of those days. Acceptance of death liberates from fear. The fear of death is one of the greatest fears of humanity. Stoics understand that fearing death will only cause people to live in anxiety and prevent them from reaching their full potential. Instead of being afraid, they advise us to accept death with calmness and naturalness, viewing it as a part of the life cycle. Epictetus stated, "It is not death or pain that is to be feared, but the fear of them." Living in fear of something unavoidable only diminishes the quality of life. When we accept death as a part of life, fear dissipates, and we can face every challenge with a more resolute spirit. Living by the principle of memento mori. One important concept in Stoicism is memento mori, meaning, remember that you will die. This serves as a reminder to live responsibly, meaningfully, and to value each moment, rather than fearing death. Stoics see it as an opportunity to live fully, to do beneficial and valuable things before our time ends. Philosopher Seneca advised, "Live each day as if it is your last." This philosophy does not encourage a hurried or impulsive lifestyle, rather, it promotes a life with clear objectives, emphasizing real values and not wasting time on trivial matters. Viewing death from a Stoic perspective helps individuals realize that everything in life is temporary. Not only life but also difficulties, challenges, and sufferings will eventually pass. This understanding frees you from unnecessary attachments and worries, allowing for a more liberated approach to every issue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Live your life as if everything you have is temporary and will disappear tomorrow." This awareness of impermanence does not lead to pessimism, on the contrary. It helps one feel more at ease, less bound by uncontrollable elements, thus leading a more relaxed and peaceful life. Finally, Stoics see death as a way to inspire others about how to live rightly. Instead of fearing death, they embrace it with courage and calmness, viewing it as an opportunity to express their values of courage and determination. This not only leads them to a more meaningful life but also sets an inspiring example for future generations. Viewing death positively from a Stoic perspective is not about being pessimistic or denying life, but rather a way for us to understand the deeper meaning of life and to appreciate what we have. Instead of fearing the uncontrollable, we learn to accept it, leading to a freer life, clearer goals, and a greater appreciation for the present moments. When no longer bound by the fear of death, individuals become stronger in facing life's challenges and ready to lead a worthwhile life. Conclusion. Stoicism teaches us that focusing on what you can control is the key to living a peaceful and meaningful life. This philosophy helps individuals recognize that instead of wasting time and energy on factors beyond their control, we should pay attention to how we respond and act. This is a way to cultivate resilience, calmness in adversity, and live according to our core values. Accepting every situation that arises is the first step in this process, as understanding that not everything in life is within our control helps alleviate anxiety. Instead, you can train yourself daily, continuously growing to become better and stronger. By living true to your personal values, you will build a life that aligns with your true self, unaffected by external pressures. Additionally, practicing meditation and reflection will help you maintain inner balance, leading to clearer awareness of what truly matters. Ultimately, Stoic philosophy encourages us to view death positively, as a natural part of life, thus freeing us from fear and allowing us to live each day more fully. Through these principles, you will learn how to live with focus, peace, and purpose while accepting reality with greater strength. Stoicism is not only a philosophy of life but also a guiding tool for freedom and tranquility in life. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.